Okay, so I'm just gonna do a quick video about the food and the treats that I use here. So hopefully you can use them at home if you would like. So first I'm gonna go through the food. So when the puppies come home, they're going to be using or eating Purina Pro Plan. Right now, my 5-week-old puppies are eating Purina Pro Plan. I mixed that with this Instinct raw food, also lamb-based. And so that is what one of the patties looks like. So I take the hard food, the patty, I use some plain yogurt and warm water. I mix that together for the puppies. By the time they come home to you, they're just going to be on the Purina Pro Plan. However, if you have a puppy that's being picky about eating, if you go back to adding in the yogurt and the raw food, you're going to get a puppy that's most likely going to eat really well, regardless about how they're feeling about the emotionally, because that's hard to resist. The other thing that you can do is use it as a treat to fill up these Kongs. These Kongs are nice because they keep the puppies busy. So this is a great tool to use to put a treat inside. Also, you can play fetch with these. So I start using these with the puppies in a couple, like the last 2 weeks that they're here. So when they're here, they're all going to be using these teeny tiny treats or these teeny tiny Kongs. So this would be too small by the time they come home to you. You probably see that there's different sizes. So this is going to be the small, this is the medium, and this is the large. The large is going to be too big for your dog initially. So probably buying the medium would be appropriate. But at some point your dog is going to be too big, and so Link can be, so this is too small for Link. If he uses this, he could probably, potentially choke on it. So he needs a large, okay? So just make sure that you're making sure that you have the right sizes. You can buy cookies that go inside these Kongs, and so I will start to use those. And I'll start by putting a little bit of cream cheese on them to get them excited about going after the treat. And then you can just shove it right in the bottom. And so Kong sells things like that you can put inside. Or like I said, just mix up the food. You can get some of the raw food, mix that up, put it in, stuff it right inside. You can even freeze this to make the treat last longer. And that will keep them busy for a little while if you have company over or if you just need them to be calm. This is a lick mat. This lick mat, you can see that I put cottage or cream cheese on it. You can also just put yogurt on it. And so this can keep the puppy busy for a little while. So you can either put this in a crate because you're wanting to introduce the crate and wanting them to love going inside their crate. You can use it when you're brushing them. So put the lick mat in front of them with some type of a treat on it. You can even use peanut butter. I find with the puppies, they have a hard time with peanut butter. It just makes them work maybe a little bit too hard. So going with the yogurt initially or the cream cheese works really well. Another nice busy treat is soup bones. So these are soup bones. Soup bones you don't ever want to cook. You want to give them to your dog raw. So you can see that these ones are frozen. It again makes them last a little bit longer. I'll put them down and then I'll take them away after a little while and then refreeze them. So soup bones, get some just from your deli or your butcher. You can see that, so I have a nice big one for my big dogs, but the puppies, I'll have the butcher cut them down to smaller sizes. This is the goat milk that I use initially. So this is the very first food that they use. You can mix that with the Purina Pro Plan. You can mix it in with anything. There's different recipes that Kong has online that you can mix with goat milk and make that part of your treat. We have the pumpkin. You can use pumpkin for filling your Kong. You mix it with other things, but pumpkin also settles puppies' stomachs. So you might want to consider having some pumpkin around just in case you have a puppy that gets upset by, all the commotion of leaving our house and coming to yours. We talked about how I use the yogurt. So yogurt you can use as a treat on a lick mat. You can use it for recipes for the Kong. So lots of different uses for that. The dehydrated food is one of the first puppy treats that I start giving the puppies. I want them to be soft with their mouth. So I start by breaking up little pieces of this, and this is the first treat that I start giving. You can also use this and rehydrate it, and again, stuff the Kong with it. These are Old Mother Hubbard dog treats. I'm going to be sending you guys home with some of these. I'll also be feeding the puppies these treats, so they'll be ready and eager to work for these. And then bully sticks. I buy a 12 pack at, oh goodness, at Costco. They seem like the most affordable way to buy them. So you might want to see, if you do have a Costco membership, looking into some bully sticks. I would even cut these in half for the puppies when they come home initially, but then they'll tear through those pretty quickly. So this is my arsenal, and probably what I would recommend you having in your cupboard for when the puppies come home. I hope this was helpful.